Hello and welcome back to
Another episode of
Narrative
with
Tess.
and Romy.
So, Romy, would you like to fidget trade with me?
Yes, but of course.
I'll put out what I want to trade, and you put out what you want to trade.
It seems fair.
Do you know what that's from?
Seems like a fair barter. I vaguely know what you're talking about. There's a table, and there's an X and a plus, and then you move the fidget toy to the middle, and an elderly woman steals the good toys from little children.
I mean, you're not wrong. I mean, I feel a little offended by you calling Mrs. Bench elderly.
How old is she?
She's probably like my age.
Okay, that's not elderly, but I still think, like, in the grand scheme of things, that she's like dabbling with like 6-year-olds, and so it's like the teacher stealing the students' toys.
No, I mean, I do agree that she is not of the age where she should be trading toys with like 5-year-olds, but she does have a master's in education. She's a teacher, so she's Mrs. Bench. Okay, what we're talking about is the world of fidget trading, specifically relating to Mrs. Bench, who is a content creator who owns Fidget Toys Plus in, I think it's in Fort Lauderdale, Florida.
Of course it's from Fort Lauderdale, Florida. That bitch is a 954 if I've ever seen one.
Okay, well, I got really I've been into sensory toys for a long time. This is not new, and actually me being into squishes like dates back to, I think I first got into slow rise bread squishies in like 2015.
I remember the 2015 bread squishies.
Yeah. And I was like really into the eye bloom squishies that were like imported from Japan. It was like when I first started doing like resin art too. I was really into this one YouTube channel called Hollycopter, and she had a really massive Hello Kitty squishy collection. But right now, squishies and fidgets are sweeping the nation in a way they have never had before, and I really think we got to talk about it.
Well, I'm curious. I was about to ask for that. Where did you get into like squishies? Like what turned you on as at this point like a fully formed adult?
That's a good question. I was into slime for a long time, and I don't know when. I think I got into slime, like, I mean, just because I watch like a ton of YouTube and I love ASMR, so I feel like squishies and fidgets were like a natural progression. But I remember there was this girl that was autistic that collected Crazy Erin's putties that I was watching when I was on TikTok like a few years ago. So I'm guessing that's like around 2020. So I've been on like the putty fidget algorithm for a long time. And then I started getting recommended more fidget videos recently. And I love a squishy. I just like them.
I asked this with like sincerity. Do you think you need to be autistic to get into squishies?
I think you have to have like some sensory processing, like maybe it's ADHD.
I can see that.
Maybe it's just like you have anxiety, some sort of neurospicy condition. I don't think it's for the typicals. Like, I think it's definitely for those. I mean, for me, I'm like, I've been into like hot toys is what they call them. Like when a toy sells out, it's called a hot toy. And I got like really into like the whole retail espionage scene in college, like with Facebook groups.
Explain what you mean by retail espionage.
So retail espionage is when people track shipments of hot toys, so like toys that are selling out, and they track like the deliveries that are happening at like Walmart and Target, and then kind of like plot together on Facebook or Reddit to like buy them.
It's Hypebeast for babies.
Yeah, it's Hypebeast for babies, and then they resell them. So there's like a resale market for fidgets right now. And currently Five Below only allows you to buy, I think, 3 or 5 squishies a day. Like all squishies.
Do you think Five Below is like I've always had the feeling that it was like a front for something. Like I never understood how like that model could ever be profitable.
I mean, it's like, as Cardi B said, it's like the dollar store but bougie.
It's bougie.
Sure. Like Cardi B recently went to Five Below for the first time because of her kids.
Well, she's autistic, no?
I mean, she's definitely more spicy. I love Cardi B.
Love her.
Love her.
Love a Cardi B.
Love a Cardi B. But yeah, like, do you like fidgets, Romy?
I do love fidgets. I do think that I have like this like terrible like neurotic contrarian thing about me that I mean when like slime became popular and like I don't know, I was like in high school, so like 2015 around. I was making slime as kind of like an ironic thing, but secretly enjoying it. But my thing has always been like my sister's like an artist, and I would always steal like her like expensive erasers and then cut it up into a million pieces with an X-Acto knife. So when she came home, like, she would just see it destroyed. Like for me, like I wasn't like trying to like sabotage her or anything. It's just that my sensory enjoyment just came from destroying what was available to me rather than going out and seeking a product.
Yeah, Romy is like
aggressive.
Very aggressive. Like, I don't know. I noticed this when I was working at the stationery store, and she came in, and there's like a pad of paper that everyone can test pens on, and then there's like a one underneath for like any like pens that bleed through or something. And Romy just like ripped up the one that was on top and wrote her name in like huge letters on the one.
I got you in trouble.
And my friends and my coworkers were like, "Your friend came in and did this," and I was like, yeah, she did.
It was when I was toying with being a tagger.
Tell them your tag. Tag.
It was Meep. Oh, originally it was Burp, and then no one liked that. They were like, it's really like just like heinous and ugly. So then I switched to Meep, which I thought was like cuter, and I would accompany it with like a little bunny drawing. I don't know. I think I don't even remember like the day I decided to stop doing it. It just like really was like it's. I like to get into like side plots in the summer, and that was my side plot of that summer.
Yeah, I still think there's a future for you in tagging, but well, you should explore that more.
I'm not like actually like super privy to tagger culture, but they're super. I don't think I'm supposed to say what a tag is. You're not sorry. I should have asked you. Like people are like so stoic about it, and I'm like, fuck, oops. I'm like, I thought the entire thing is that you want to be like kind of like seen and recognized.
Yeah, but then it's like also illegal to like do graffiti.
You know who's a tagger I hate so much?
Who?
Info with an E.
I don't know their tag.
It's not even a tag, it's just a sticker. And now you're gonna see it everywhere. It's all over. I'm assuming he's from Miami, and whenever I'm back home, I see his tag everywhere. And then whenever I'm in New York, I see it more. And I don't know if it's like Zoot level where it's just like all over the world, but like my apartment, like at the very base of it is like tagged with like an info sticker. Like it's everywhere.
Okay,
but I think it's lazy to tag with a sticker. I think you should have a like you know what I mean? It's like, what kind of like mechanical reproduction is this? Like you should.
I do sticker tagging.
What's your sticker tag?
Well, I've had a few sticker tags. I mean, I guess I'm probably not supposed to say this either, but when I had a show last summer at Drama Gallery, I had a tag sticker that was like an advertisement for the show.
That is different.
Yeah,
I think.
But then I had like another sticker that I made that like had my website on it, and
that's guerrilla marketing.
Yeah, but like I feel like it's just like the streets did not like it because I put it up like around where I live, and people have taken it down.
I put some up for you.
I know, and
I like did that mission.
I feel like it's
It was the same summer of my Meep tag.
Yeah, we were tagging. We're cool guys. We don't just like toys for losers.
Wait, let's talk about the toys for losers again.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. So there's this evil wench who's stealing the children's toys. Is that like her set outcome, or like do just like real ones know that she's making like unequal trades?
Well, sometimes she makes really unequal trades, but then there's also these kids that come in and they have like all of the. So basically, there's like a hierarchy of fidgets, and at the top is Neatos, which are, I think, the best and the nicest fidgets. Mm-hmm. And the why Nidos are so exclusive is because they are made by one company. It's not like a fidget spinner or like a dumpling where multiple companies make these things. They're made by Shilling, and so
so the brand is not Nido.
No, the brand is Nido, but the manufacturer is Shilling.
Okay.
And so there's a limited amount, like they can only sell as many as this brand is able to produce. So that's why they keep selling out.
Is Nido like the supreme of the fidget world?
At the moment it is. And it's so funny because I used to think Nidos were trash. Like I used to go to stores and squeeze them and be like, this sucks. Like I would never buy one of these. And then I thought their packaging was lame. And now I'm like, I'd do anything.
Hype. Was it hype, or did you become attuned to the quality?
I became attuned to the quality last summer. I bought a gumdrop, a Nido gumdrop last summer before the squishy craze took off, by the way. Mind you, I was just spurging out in a toy store in Ithaca, New York.
That is something that you will do. You will spurg out at a toy store by yourself.
I was with my brother and his girlfriend and my boyfriend, and they were like, okay, we gotta go. And then I bought this toy and I like within a day I was squishing it so much that I popped it, and I was like so distraught that I was like, we have to go back and buy another one. And then I popped that one, and then that's kind of where I guess that is when I got into fidgets, was last summer. And then it just took off, and specifically the Nidos. And basically Miss Bench will trade. She will give people Nidos, but sometimes people will offer her needles and she'll give some like Fugazi thing back to them. Like these like just trash fidgets, and the kids will be like, reject. Like they rarely reject, but they'll be like, can you add one more thing. Add one more thing. So I feel like the kids are onto it. Also, like if there's a kid that's like really little, she's not like ruthless. I feel like she gets a bad rap because there's all these videos of her being like, bruh, are you kidding me? But I think that most of the trades she does are pretty fair, and if anything, she'll give the kids better stuff than like the dirty like disgusting fidgets they bring in.
So it's a narrative that the media is construing of her being an evil woman and a wench.
No, I don't think she's evil at all. I think she's a marketing genius, and I think that fidget trading is something that I wish people would do with me, because I have some fidgets I want to trade.
The butter one, is that a Nido?
The butter one is not a Nido, and the butter one is one that you can get like anywhere because it's not proprietary. So the only proprietary fidgets are the Nidos, and the specs, which I like a lot too.
Do you think people care most about like the tactile experience, or more about the hype and aura surrounding the product?
I think that both. Like I feel like the Nidos, like some kids will get Nidos and just keep them in the box, and I think that's to kind of like, it's like
like a collector's item.
Yeah, like a collector's item, like especially the nice swirls and the popsicle ones that are the ice cream ones are very rare. Were you the one that brought this theory, or maybe it was my cousin, that like the reason why fidgets are popular is because we like don't have jobs that require us to use our hands anymore?
That is such a good theory.
So that like fidgets kind of replace like our human need to like actually use our hands, which are kind of most important besides our feet, like extensions of ourselves, in a way that like kind of satisfies but also like motivates them to like think they're doing something.
That's not my theory, but I really like that. I'm definitely using this word wrong, but it's like, it reminds me of like Lacan's like objet petit a. It's like the thing that could never be reached, because I noticed that like a lot of, there's like the discourse, or like whatever, like the engagers of fidget culture exist almost purely online. I don't think there's like a IRL meetup unless you're like maybe in kindergarten. And it's interesting to me like how like we were talking about this with the dot cakes, like people like crave like sensation, popping, crunchies, blah blah blah, but it's taking place like entirely on like the sleek surface of an iPhone, and you can't like actually like everything like iOS design, etc. It's like super sleek. There's no like grip to hold on to. And I think it's like we crave textured lives, especially in this like, I don't know, like extremely like flattened media landscape we exist in.
I think that's really true. I think that's a great point. I feel like our desire to connect with something that is visceral and real overtakes us. Even when we are like horizontal on our phones all day, we do want to connect to something that is substantial. And I feel like back to like the goo thing we were talking about last week, I do think that like the squishies are like the ultimate goo.
Yes.
I mean, slime is too, but I just don't understand how parents were like putting up with their kids playing with slime, because I've bought slimes and they're so messy.
No, and it stinks. Like it's like I'm like, I think like maybe OCD in a specific way, and like I just think about like all of the microbes it's holding onto and like literally never getting cleaned up.
Yeah, you can wash the squishies. I mean, with putties, like you can't wash them, but with squishies, you can. I like giving my squishies a bath. But yeah, I do think there's something.
Wait, that's really cute. How do you give your squishies a bath? Let's just skip over that.
I just put them in the sink and I use some dish soap.
When do you know that it's time?
I mean, they'll get some hairs on them. They'll get some dust on them.
I feel like it reminds me of like if you don't like clean behind your ears, like that's like the smell it would accrue.
I don't feel like they have a smell, but they do get a little funky. And I do think that like when you're on a Zoom call specifically, having a squishy is so key to not like losing your actual shit. Like I feel like that's why I got into them, because there's like a bunch of girlies that are definitely remote workers that do squishy pages. And there's this one girl, Megan, that I love, and she is like, this is the fidgets I had on my desk this week while I was working. And I do think there's something about if you have like a rotation of like 5 fidgets, you'll be able to like muster through the pain of a Zoom call in such a like ultimate way that like I haven't achieved without.
There's like a lot of cynicism around like adults with toys, and like I don't like the entire like discussion of like inner child, because I think we are just grown up children. Like I think we forget that like all adult like it's not like you have a, I don't like the idea like you possess this little baby inside of you. You were once a little baby, and you have like you've changed in ways. Now you have to do taxes or whatever, but it's like you still crave like mommy's love and stuff. Like you don't remove yourself of those desires truly. They just sublimate in new ways.
Okay, wait, now I have a theory. The squishy is the breast.
The squishy is totally the breast.
Squishy is the breast.
Totally the breast. And I like also because you can I mean I think for me because I'm so aggressive with all of the things that I'm able to like put in my hands, like I think it's like my way of like destroying it. Like
your poor mom.
My mom isn't a safe target, so I have to cut up my sister's erasers. Like I have to put that like aggression towards the breast somewhere else.
Oh my god. Yeah, I feel like the squishy is very titty.
That's so true. Honestly, like not to like I don't know, maybe TMI, maybe we cut this out, but like I just be like like what people say about like girls say like if I had a dick I would just like I don't know, like helicopter, and guys said if I had boobs I would just touch them, like cup them all the time. I am cupping my boobs all the time. Like for me it's like the safest. Like it's so awesome boobs. To like just like have like really just like built-in squishmallow on your body.
It's amazing. I feel like God made those boobs for me.
It does make me feel like a fucking freak though. I'm like watching like Real Housewives. I'm just like
I mean,
it's like
whatever. It's fine.
It's like not like a gooning, but it almost feels like adjacent.
Maybe just get a Nito.
Maybe just get a Nito.
Well, we're gonna go Nito hunting.
This is my non-GMO Nito.
This is what God gave me.
God gave you a good amount.
Yeah, God keeps giving. I mean,
God was generous. With
yeah,
you.
really, really generous with these tips. It's a blessing and a curse. Okay, shall we move on to our next topic? Okay, we're gonna follow up with my ordinary bus story. Mm-hmm. So I received a message from the ordinary via DM on Instagram. And they said, we're so sorry about what happened. We would love to send you something. And bro, what did they send me? 3, like a little box with like 3 travel size products. But honestly, they're eating like amusement advertised, so I have nothing to say.
That compensates for the lack of I don't know, transportation, like a good transportation system. That's fine.
That's fine.
That's
Through
fine.
some like
It's not their fault that we have
niacinamide.
failed like collapsing public infrastructure.
I got squalene cleanser. I got
that's a good one.
That one.
That is a good
It's
one.
great. I would repurchase. Honestly, I think I get why they sent it to me. It's a really great face wash. And then I got, I think it's like daily moisturizer. It's like some, I think it maybe is like a BHA moisturizer.
Mhm.
And then I think it's niacinamide serum.
I've spent money on like all of those things from The Ordinary before, so that's pretty lit.
But they're small, but it's actually fine because I don't care. I also was out of moisturizer when I got it, so I'm been using it and I'm surprised by the quantity that is in the small bottle. So my only qualm is that did these things amount to the price that I paid for the Uber? And I don't think they did.
And also the hope that got punctured.
Yeah.
Do you feel like your grievances are settled? Do you forgive The Ordinary?
I do forgive The Ordinary, and I would shop there again. I mean, I do like The Ordinary. I went through I mean, like all of us girls did in 2016, the beauty craze, like skincare beauty guru era, where there was that like red serum face mask that The Ordinary had that would like burn your face. Yes. I was addicted to that shit.
Beauty is pain. I loved that one.
I know.
It does work. It does. I don't know what it like literally takes off the entire like face off of your face.
It's an at-home chemical peel. I do love skincare. I think my skin looks amazing.
It does.
Thank you.
It looks really good.
My brother keeps saying that to me.
Aww.
Whenever we're on FaceTime, he's like, "Your skin looks so good." I'm like,
I wish my brother said that my skin looks good.
That was the first time Trisha Paytas ever responded to me. She was on a live and I said her skin looked really good, and she was like, "Thank you."
That is like kind of the ultimate compliment.
I know. I did Accutane, and I feel like since I did Accutane, my skin's looked amazing. Even though I'm like really scared that I like damaged my organs because I drank really heavily on Accutane, which you're not supposed to do.
And it gives your like baby like a third eye or something.
Yeah,
that's okay.
That's fine. I feel like my child would already have some like, I don't know, mental health issues. So I'm trying to heal, guys. But...
So true. I remember being like a teenager and everyone else was like going on Accutane and like needed birth control to like manage like their acne, and I felt really insecure because I wasn't getting any acne, and I was like, oh, I'm just like a chud loser who hasn't hit puberty. And then it's like I just became like an adult with acne.
I had acne starting when I was 12, and then I had like really bad acne, or I had cystic acne after I got really severe acne after I had a hormonal IUD. And then it just didn't go away until I took Accutane. Like would get like these insane pimples on my like chin and mouth area, and I was like, I have a hormonal imbalance, and doctors were like, yeah, right, like just go back on birth control.
They love to say that.
They love to be like, no, there's no cure other than birth control.
Yeah. No, it's like you like go in because you have like a limp foot or something, and they're like, I have just the thing.
It's birth control.
It's like they're pushing birth control probably more than they're pushing like even like the ADHD meds, and no one is talking about it.
Do you think they're pushing GLP-1s more than birth control right now?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm like terrified of GLP-1s, just a segment, but
how do you feel about Trisha going on GLP-1s?
Not good. I don't think
she would never do this to us.
Well, it's because Moses didn't want her to do it, because Moses is like super earth mama.
He likes his queen.
But he also like is like obsessed with water and purity and nature, and he's a hippie. Like he went to Burning Man like for a gazillion years. Yeah. Like he's not into this shit. And I feel like Trisha doing the Rhode deal, she's making obviously a fucking bag, but also like I'm so like, if Moses wasn't in Trisha's life, she would have taken those GLP-1s like day one, because Trisha's only ever wanted to be skinny, even though she says she doesn't. Like I've watched her for like over 10 years, I know. And I mean, like, yeah, I'm disappointed, but like whatever, it's anyone's journey. I'm just more like scared of them, because I feel like it like makes you like shrink, like you're in a shrinking ray. Like
I mean, it removes like all of your bone density. Exactly. Like the second you go off of it, you gain the weight back. Like it does feel. I don't know, I'm like, I took an online like politics quiz, and it told me I'm like a neo-Luddite, but like which I think explains really like our differences, but like I do think we share this. Like I am very opposed to like science, like I don't know, like basically like interfering with like biology to that degree. Like I'm just like I don't know, it feels, I mean, get your bag if you need it to be healthy, I totally understand, but like it does like freak me out on a philosophical level, and I think if they like introduce like peptides to like reverse aging or something, like I want to be a young beautiful woman forever, but I would rather be like an old leather bag than be like chemically perfect, like substance shit.
Yeah, I feel like it's there's a lot you can do with money, and I think what's interesting about GLP-1s is just how aggressively they're being marketed as like the solution, like not only if you are actually like medically in need of losing weight, but just if you want to lose weight, period, which is hard to fucking do. Like I don't know, I feel like I've like always been like, yeah, no, I would never do that, but I'm like, but what if I did? I like hate it, but then I'm like just so scared of the idea that like you're shrinking, like you're just like your bones are shrinking, and like you don't know what else, and like I don't know, it just freaks me out. And I feel like Trish shouldn't, but like she'll promote anything. Like also I feel like influencers, no one talks about how they promote gambling every 5 seconds.
Oh my god, yeah.
So I'm like,
it's, I mean, every corner of the internet is basically just like trying to get you sucked into a new addiction.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, and that's what marketing is. Like it's like I've worked in marketing on and off for a long time, and like the most money goes into like the most heinous stuff because they know that like there's the biggest buy-in consumer wise, and so they just spend so much on like pharmaceutical and gambling specifically because those markets, like once you get someone in on it, they're like hooked for life.
Totally.
But DraftKings, we would take a sponsorship.
With that said, absolutely, I will go
I can
on
show you my pitch.
I've also noticed that like in like I don't know, like whiter neighborhoods, the row ads are like white people, and then in like communities where it's like more people of color, it's like almost always like a black or brown person who's like shooting the row. And I just like do like it makes, I guess it makes sense from like a market standpoint, and it's like yay, like all the people are represented, but I do kind of find it fundamentally evil.
Well, that is definitely like intentional, because when I worked for a large marketing agency, they, when you're presenting, when a brand is like pitching to you, they like tell you the like age, race, demographics of like the area in which the ads are, and then they cast specifically for that. So everything, because we have so much cash data collected, they can really pinpoint where people live and like who's going to see what ad. So it is really, that's not unreal. Like that happens in like every sector of advertising.
It's funny because like my YouTube ads are so like all of my ads in general are like, buy this organic cotton product. It's like very like it's like very like yuppie coded. And then I was at a young gentleman's house not so long ago, and his ads were exclusively, I was like, I can't believe this is how the other side lives. Like it's just like flashes. It's like each ad is like 5 seconds, and it's like, meet your hot e-babe, and then it's just like an e-girl like on like a new like dating app, or it's probably like a bot or something, and then it just like flashes, and then that ad is over, and then the next ad is like overdrafted again, and it's like gamble your way out of poverty. Like it's just so crazy.
Damn. Who is this man? Okay, next topic. And okay, this is something that both me and Romy have succumbed to, which is
Real Housewives of Rhode Island. Yay! It's so good. It's so speaking good. Of addictions, like I'm not immune. Like this is my media addiction.
I know.
I'm just the girl version of that.
Yeah, I feel like when Romy got into Real Housewives, it was like a dam lifted. Because she didn't just like, I was like, yeah, Romy, I always was curious. She never watched Real Housewives, and I'm not, I do watch Real Housewives, but I haven't watched like every franchise every season, but I have friends that have. And you just went full throttle into the Housewife Nation, and you are like one of the most loyal Housewife fans I know now.
It's funny because for me, like years before I got into the Real Housewives, like some of the most intelligent and like culturally aware people I know like were huge Housewives fans, and I knew that there was like kind of like an intellectual engagement with like the entire Bravoverse. I cannot say that I have that relationship with it. It is like just so fun. Like it is such good media. Like the not Rhode Island, but Salt Lake City, like that first episode of Mary tells Jen that she smells like hospital after her aunt was like removed both of her legs. It's like these kinds of like just like ridiculous over the top campy dramas. Like it's
So good.
it's so entertaining.
It's amazing, and I really want to speak on why. I'm curious what like ticks for you about Rhode Island, because I feel like we have maybe slightly different answers.
Well, I know that like Rhode Island represents like this like new gen kind of trend in the Housewives where it's the women are younger. They're not like these like campy old queens that already have children that are in college and they're just like kind of like alcoholics and like wasting away. Like they're just like extremely sassy, like drama ridden, like millennials really. Um which I like. Like I find it just like really over the top and entertaining. Which is also why I don't think it's like maybe my like it's not the most like intellectually like fulfilling kind of franchise. But what do I like about it? I mean, these women have crazy things going on in their lives that you would never even imagine any of them would agree to going on a reality TV show. And like they are so nosy. They know everything about each other's lives. You would also never expect like Rhode Island, which I always accept like my like mental representation of Rhode Island is like Greenwich, like very like I imagine like
That's in Connecticut, babe.
wait, what?
Greenwich is in Connecticut.
Oh. Well, my idea, no, thank you.
Sorry.
My idea of like of Rhode Island was just that it was like a waspy kind of like white person, like I don't know, like classy, like I don't know, but they all have like the craziest like Italian accents. They know everything about each other. The bar is so low. Like they will hold like I don't know, they're nasty to each other to like a very trashy degree that I find so fun.
Yeah, I have like a slightly different take on Rhode Island because I went to college in Rhode Island.
Oh yeah.
So I knew what I was getting into, and I know about the mob and the history, which they don't talk about much on the show, but I know about like the really intense Italian heritage. I know about the accent. I know about the camp factor, and I just like I have so much love for that little state.
Aww.
Like I had a really amazing
RISD
time.
represent.
RISD. But yeah, I had an amazing time living in Rhode Island. So I was really excited when I heard that Real Housewives was coming there. And there's Newport, which is like the bougie side. But then there's just like the rest of Rhode Island, which like there's wealthy like pockets, but it's also just a very like normal like New England like city / suburb. It's like kind of baby Boston or something like that.
The island that they go to for like the last few episodes.
Block Island.
Block Island. Were you familiar with that?
Yeah, I know about Block Island. I mean, because growing up in New York, a lot of people summer there, so I knew about it from that. But Block Island.
Is it like Key West vibes? Like, is it trashy or is it nice?
No, it's more like Martha's Vineyard vibes.
Oh, okay. It's like actually nice.
It's actually nice, and it's not like as bougie as Martha's Vineyard, but it's really cute.
I always thought that Martha's Vineyard was Martha Stewart's vineyard, and people were being personally invited to Martha's Vineyard.
I love you. That's awesome. But yeah, no, I've just been taken. What I like about Rhode Island is like there is the millennial women, but then there's also kind of like a boomer Gen X vibe also in the cast. And it's also a full brunette cast, which I don't know. I mean,
that's true. Alicia was originally a blonde. I think she should go back.
I feel like Alicia has the definite spirit of a blonde. I love Alicia.
She's my favorite.
Yeah, she's incredible. I mean, she has this like naivete that is just so pure.
Love a cracker.
I love a cracker. You were never homeless.
Wait,
Wait, Romy, do it. Romy's really good at this.
I'm not. I'm just like so happy to do it. You were never homeless. You were never homeless. I love how she pronounces the homeless. It's so fun.
I really do think Liz was trying to look out for her.
Yes.
And like I do think she was like, girl, like I know we're filming right now. You don't want people to think
you
that
don't want people
you're
to like dig in and be like, oh, she's like
wealthy,
yeah.
and like her family always had money, and she wasn't really like on the streets.
Yeah.
But just that whole, I don't know. I don't want to get too into it in case you haven't watched it, but we both really highly suggest that you dip in your toes because the season's wrapped, and so you'd have a whole season to dive into.
I keep on telling people like you have exactly one season. It's not too much on your plate. I was gonna say I feel like Liz and all of her like from the beginning they already kind of like pose her as like a like they show her exotic cat that rest in peace. But like she's like the first like person you really see, and she like has like this. I mean, it's funny because the first episode I couldn't believe I was looking at like real human beings. I was like, whoa. And then by the end you like see them not only as like real human beings but like actually very beautiful. I don't know if you agree, but
they're gorge.
They show her as kind of like like this like matriarch, super intimidating. She's the weed queen, but in all of her confessionals, she's like she like gets even emotional at the mansion. She's like, people judge me for having this hard exterior, and I'm actually like really soft inside. And I think like that is maybe like the through line with all of them. They're like, I'm actually so sweet, and then they're so nasty to each other. But like they're like I do think that they had to like develop this like extremely like calcified shell for like survival, and they like want to be gentle, but they don't know actually like what that's like or how to like access it. So they are just like so frustrated, and they're like striking each other and then feeling like so misunderstood all the time.
I feel like I have a hot take about the women that are chosen to be on Real Housewives is that they're all popular girls.
Mm-hmm.
And like they've been popular probably since middle school.
Yeah.
And so they have this like calcified exterior of a popular girl that's like always been in the clique, always had a lot of friends, but always like I had points in my life where I was like very popular, and like when you're in a popular clique, like you are always like holding your cards close to your chest.
Yeah.
Because like all the girls are willing to take each other down, and everyone talks shit about each other all the fucking time. Like if you're with two of them, they'll be talking about shit about the other one that's not there, and if you're with three of them, they'll be talking about the fourth that's not there. So it's like I think it's just like maybe it's just Andy Cohen's gay fantasy of like being in the popular girl clique.
Totally.
Because I feel like especially Rhode Island, because it's such a small state, like a lot of the women have known each other since high school, so it really does feel like you're kind of
it's deep.
It's like deep.
It runs deep.
And you're like peeking like into a real world where it's like some other seasons, I feel like watching the new New York, for example, like I feel like they just don't know each other that well. And so it's like that to me, I really don't like when people yell at each other. Like I don't like when they talk over each other. It stresses me out. My auditory processing cannot handle the yelling.
That's why I didn't like the last season of Beverly Hills. It was just like unpleasant. It's just like there's just like only conflict, and like that's it.
Yeah, I like the more mundane, and I feel like Rhode Island has like a lot of really nice like kind of slower moments. I would say the only barrier to entry with Rhode Island is like a lot of the women kind of look alike.
Yeah.
Like,
but then you start to see them differently. It's like a perceptual thing like shifts.
Yeah, like Rosie and Kelsey look so alike, and I wish they were friends because they'd be such a cute duo.
True.
But
they're just like little basic bitches.
Yeah.
Like they could actually get along so well.
I know. I really like Kelsey though, because she's kind of like you can see her becoming like a Liz or an Alicia in a few years.
Totally.
Like she has that like Rhode Island vibrato and
va-va-voom.
She has that va-va-voom, and she's just waiting. I feel like I'm excited to see where this cast goes, because I feel like it's a really strong cast, and they're doing it.
Yeah.
They really Andy really like.
Totally.
They're eating with the way that they're making this show.
Also, last thing is just like maybe it's just I do feel like it is like such a like I don't know like microcosm of like human civilization and like hierarchy, because I do think like what they intuitively grasp very well is that like in order for one person to have status, another person must lose their status. Like they understand how much of like a zero sum game it is. And so like they are like flinging mud at each other because it's like I want to be renewed for the next season. I want to be like the one who curries favor with like the audience. Like they all like they can't all be liked equally and enjoyed. Like they all like in order to that's why I think Kelsey is also like so mean to Rosie is like again like she's like you have to be bottom bitch because who am I if you're not I can't be on top if you're not on bottom.
Yeah, I feel like production does a really good job of like pitting them against each other in this way that like just kind of creates a lot of natural competition that like already probably exists because like they are a cast and they are like in my experience of being on a reality show you're trying to get screen time and like the more you can kind of curry favor with the production team, like I think that's why in the finale like Joe Allen's yelling at Rulala and is like you only got 3 episodes bitch and it's like well yeah like that kind of the more you give the more you get and so it kind of creates this really crazy urge for you to like destroy your own life which is like really counter to what you would do if there wasn't cameras pointed at you. So hats off to those ladies and I hope they keep doing it and I hope they survive and their marriages
totally
fall if they need to and stay intact.
They do like deserve like a level of like Kaveh Zahedi respect for like just like blowing up their lives for the sake of the camera and for the plot.
Yeah, I love a queen that will explode. Explode everything that she has for the narrative.
As someone who went to Barnard College, like I can tell you like even amongst like the classiest and gayest of people, like the same like dynamics still exist. Like this is
for sure
really what it is to be a girl in a group.
Yeah, I think that's like what is so amazing about the work of Andy Cohen is he is just so tapped in the like the way only like a gay guy could tap into like the infrastructure of a women's friend group and like exploit the shit out of it. Like
gays love a women's friend group. It's awesome.
It's awesome.
It's like the best unholy alliance.
It really like it's the only thing that's allowed to be added to a group of women is a gay, and I think he has really done it on a scale that is impressive and has a legacy and like we really respect you,
Media
Andy.
Empire.
Media Empire, really, truly. Okay. We're on to our final topic before questions, and that is Romy, want to spell it?
Okay. People are calling it the summer of love. There's an infectious energy that has taken over New York City in particular. And honestly, I do think there's a trickle down happening in the rest of the world. Maybe world is optimistic, maybe United States, I don't know. But I want to call it pro-social summer, in which
coined here.
People are very invested in the, speaking of Rhode Island and Real Housewives, people are very invested in the idea of community this summer. I've noticed that there is like, and also speaking of Rhode Island, like there is like real monoculture happening right now. And I feel like it's sad to me on one level where I do think that like subculture like is kind of dying. Rest in peace Kiki's, like like Dime Square is officially dead. But they're in its place. I feel like everyone is kind of like under the same hypnotic spell with the Knicks winning the World Cup and most recently Pride. Like there's just like this very intense collective energy that is happening right now.
Yes, and I completely agree. I feel like it is something that's been in the stars for a while. We're in a very potent time of astrology, and I think that
tonight's a full moon.
Tonight's a full moon. Tonight's also Mercury in retrograde. And yeah, stay safe. Don't send that text unless you really mean it. Seriously.
Many situationships are ending today in particular,
which is good.
Yeah,
which is good. But I do think there is this like really beautiful feeling in New York City right now of a collective like reckoning. And even when I was in Boston, like the World Cup is really bringing people together. And the Knicks, I mean, like I had a really beautiful experience watching the final Knicks game in Times Square.
Yeah, I wanted to ask you about that. Did you see any buses get put on fire?
I didn't see any buses lit on fire. I did see a lot of people like climbing street lights and like swinging from them. And so basically like I was in Midtown. I was supposed to meet some friends at a bar, but then we got to the bar and we couldn't get in. And there was a TV right near the door to the bar, so me and the people I was with like just watched from the street. And as the game started to end, like a crowd of other people kind of like coalesced around us. And there was like some really diehard Knicks fans. And I'm like, why are you out on the street? You should be at home watching this game. You know so much about it. Anyways, but they were like dictating and like giving really amazing commentary on the game as it was happening. And it was just like this really beautiful moment with like the 10 of us who had just gathered watching this bar window. And it was like a real New York moment. And when the Knicks won, like all these guys were high-fiving us.
It was so euphoric.
It was so beautiful. And like the energy, literally, I felt every cell of my body like shaking. Like the vibration of being in Times Square when the Knicks won was like so palpable. I like literally felt like I was on a vibration plate. Like even though I've never done that, but in my fantasies of it, it felt like how that felt, except this was like a far more deeper, resonant, energetic presence that was really beautiful. And I don't even know like how basketball works, but it was fun to watch, and I'm really happy the Knicks won.
It was so beautiful. I mean, like I was watching it at home, but like before I was looking for bars to go to, and like each one was so packed that I was just like, yeah, like let me just the group settled at my own place. But like afterwards we were like strolling like the streets of Bed-Stuy, and it was like a very like I don't know, like kind of like fascinating thing, because like there are tensions in Bed-Stuy. I am like a white transplant, and like it did seem like, at least like on the surface, like all of those like tensions kind of like washed away. Everyone was just like hugging each other and like cheering each other on, and like
That's beautiful.
Like there was like breakdancing and Herbert Von King. Like it was just like a real like the first few days of like spring, where everyone feels like it just feels like everyone like took a collective Molly, and like everyone is like so happy, kind of freaks me out, because it doesn't feel like I appreciate it, but it doesn't really feel earned, and there's like this like precarity underlying it that's like people are gonna like lose their shit. I don't know. And this did feel like, I don't know, like a genuine, like everyone was like really in it together.
Yeah, and I think that that's really what's important, is like the underlying frequency of that is love. And like we really like, I think society, in order to heal and to kind of like make this decision between like technology and the collective, like we need to have love for ourselves and then for each other. And I think it's really important that people are gathering, and that this pro-social summer, which does sound like a political movement.
I mean, a bunch of socialists did get elected, and I think that also goes into it, because just a couple summers ago everyone was like, there are fascists in the art scene or whatever, and now it's like it feels like provincial and so far away. It's like, no, like everyone is just happy about sports. Like I also think that the physical component of basketball, like healthy competition, like people crave this. Like it's good to have like a common enemy that is not like where you're like looking at each other to see who's on the right side or whatever. It's like it's assumed that everyone is like kind of on the same page. And I don't know, yeah, it just like it does feel like a much like healthier way to like let loose like aggression and like to celebrate wins.
I think like belief in sports is like a belief in humanity too, because it's a belief in like the physical capacity of a human, and also like the kind of like at the core of like the Knicks winning is their teamwork. And so I think it also really has to do with like this group of men really exemplifying like what working together and what being in community can be, and like how powerful like even just a few people coming together to do something, whether that's a basketball game or whatever, like that really can, I think like when we remove all of these like manufactured divisions like through politics from us, like at the end of the day we're people just trying to like get along and like have happy lives. And so I think that sports is like a really great bridge that unites people. And I'm not a sports person, even though
you're a love person.
I'm a love person. I am like getting back into my sports era, which was equestrian sports, like spiritually. But yeah, I was a very serious equestrian for most of my life, and that will be coming in later episodes when I actually get back on a horse. But
Get back on the horse, literally.
get literally back on the horse, quite literally. But yeah, no, I think that it's really what riding really taught me is like riding a horse is all about unity because it's about your energy and the energy of a horse combining to like perform together. And so I think that whenever you're working on a team, it really is this kind of beautiful emblem of like what life could look like when we all just get
true.
What about peace?
And also, like, I mean, I do think like we need to like transpose like love for the game into like on a much greater level, like maybe not so literally just like love of basketball, love of the Knicks, but like love of each other and like daily life. But I think like especially like after like COVID years and whatever, where we were like taught to like basically like sever the body and like only like basically like exist online and only really be minds and like words, like to just like to watch like bodies like triumphantly and to like be in, it's like feels like so like corny, but like just like to be like actually in real life space with other people and like hug each other and cheer and like use your body. It's like I mean, I think that's like why yoga is so powerful and why yoga has like such a good community. It's just like it's like you can't neglect the body.
No, the body is really important. Mind, body, spirit, babe.
Yep.
Okay. Should we do our questions?
Yeah.
Okay.
Who wants to go first?
I'll go first with my first question, which is I don't even need to look because I know. What was your favorite food as a child?
Ooh. As a child, interesting. Okay, I think I have like, I do think this is like, they say that this is like an ADHD symptom, but I don't know if it's like a universal. I would get into like really intense food addictions like as a child. Like I'd only want to eat like, and adolescent, like I'd only want, and still now, like I only want to eat like, I get really passionate about one food and I only want to eat that for like all the meals all the time. So one vividly comes to mind. I love Frosted Flakes, like getting it like super soggy in the milk and just like feeling all of the layers disintegrate in my mouth. Like divine experience. I was obsessed with the chicken samosas from Whole Foods for a number of years and I could literally only eat that. Yeah. I think
I like that combo.
I think those were like the like two really like pronounced like food phases. Also paneer tikka masala and green curry with tofu. I like squares. I like to eat squares.
Squares and triangles.
Squares and triangles.
Okay, that kind of leads perfectly into my next question, which is what's your power color?
Green, 100%. I think like as a child, you know, like you feel like a like strong pull to have like a favorite color, and I've literally never wanted to like leave the color green. I remember I worked at a museum as a teenager as like it was like a teen program, and they asked me in the interview like, what color are you? And I thought I sounded like so stupid because I went on like a 5-minute rambling of like how I think green encompasses like all the moods. Like I think like a neon green like you associate with like danger and like radioactive, but like a dark deep green you associate with like nature and serenity. And I do think that like green is the ultimate color. I'm looking outside your window right now and I'm seeing a bunch of leaves. Like I think green is like the ultimate color that people need to see in order to be happy. That is my power color.
I mean, green is also the color of the heart chakra.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So green wins.
Your turn.
My turn. Okay. My first question to you is if a genie offered you like one wish to come true, what would that one wish be?
Oh my god. That's really hard. I feel like
I was thinking because I do feel like these questions it's interesting because we're like gauging like it's like it reflects a lot about ourselves, like what we're thinking about ourselves. And I was like I think like my desire is like to understand other people's desires. And I think I'm like, what is your ultimate desire?
I think my ultimate desire would be to have a house on the beach filled with like animals like horses and dogs and cats
Aww.
and possibly children.
Mm.
So yeah, to live like near a big body of water with animals.
You're gonna be the sexiest pregnant woman.
Thank you.
I love pregnant women.
Yeah, me too. But yeah, like I think that would be like to have a family and to like live by water. As a Cancer, I feel like home is just like very important to me, and like yeah, to like one day have a home that's like in nature. As someone that's lived in the city my whole life has been like my ultimate dream for a while. Beautiful. Also with like horses, yeah, to have a horse would be has been my dream since I was a child. But yeah,
my childhood home in Miami was on the water, and like I would like almost pretty much every day like go out on the dock and just like sit down and just like look at the water for like and listen to music for such a long time. And it's like it really is like my fondest memories. Like children by water is just like the best feeling.
Yeah, like all of my best memories are like have to do with bodies of water. Like I love, I mean, we're going to the beach after this, but I went to the beach yesterday too. So,
speaking of the summer of love, speaking of pro-social summer,
Brighton Beach, baby. But yeah, definitely that. Water house love.
I love that. Great answer. Are we ask? Do you want to ask me the next question?
Oh, I asked.
Or do I? Oh no, it's my. No, I just asked you a question.
But I asked you both mine already.
Oh shit, so true. I'm gonna ask you the other question.
Okay.
What is? You can answer both or one. Your dream/nightmare blunt rotation.
Oh my god, I love this question. Okay. It's hard because I feel like my dream blunt rotation is also my nightmare blunt rotation. Okay, definitely Tana Mojo is in the dream blunt rotation because I feel like she'd be such a fun person to smoke weed with.
Totally.
Like I really would love to meet Ye, but I don't think he'd make it to the dream blunt rotation. I feel like just because I don't think that would be fun. I feel like Kodak Black would be in my dream blunt rotation. So it'd be Tana Mojo, Kodak Black, and I feel like it has to be like a historical figure. I would love to smoke weed with Joan Crawford. Like young Joan Crawford or any phase Joan Crawford. I feel like I would be so curious what she would be like high. I feel like she would be so uncomfortable and she'd have to leave immediately. But like I don't know, or like Lana Turner or Mary Pickford, just like an OG Hollywood baddie.
That's awesome.
Mae West, actually. No, I think Mae West. It would be Mae West, Kodak Black, and Tana Mojo.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that would be it. Because I feel like the other girls, I'm like, I don't think they would smoke weed, and I feel like it would be just like a hard time for them, and they probably would get super anxious. But I feel like Mae West would like chief on a blunt. So yeah, that's my answer. What's your dream blunt rotation?
I actually hadn't thought so much about it. My first answer is Michael Jackson.
Hell yeah.
Maybe like Michael Jackson, Andy Cohen, Jen Shaw.
Whoa. That's crazy. I feel like that could end in like something bad happening.
No, okay, I take Jen Shaw out of it.
No, okay.
Like maybe like I would like a philosophical like
Zizek.
Zizek would be so good. Zizek, Michael Jackson, and me, and Andy Cohen.
Wow, I like that. I went mostly women and you went all men.
That's my problem. That's my cross to bear.
All right. Well, I think this was another
one in the books.
Another one in the books, guys. Make sure you fucking subscribe, okay? And drop that like, hit notification bell.
Do all the things.
Do all the things. We love you so much.
Mwah.
Mwah.